Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you guys how I was able to repair this torn closure that was brought to me by a client. So keep watching and I hope you learn one or two from this video. So here is me trying to remove some hairs from the client's bone straight. I wouldn't want to cut out or maybe start going through the stress of trying to sew it back, so I use these techniques and I hope you grab and learn. This is what you do. Use a small comb, brush it up, up, and then use a scissors to cut out the portion that you need. This will help to keep the hair in check and you will not lose out any like the hair will still be complete just as the way it was brought to you. Some of these clients cannot even trace where the hair is coming from. Like almost all the clients cannot trace where the hair came from to fill up. So now this is the torn part which I will be amending now, and I'll be needing this. This is called fishing line or transparent thread, and then this is my net that I'll be using to patch it up. We are doing a patching, so keep watching because I learned these techniques, and ever since that I've been using it and it makes my work really neat. So I'll be measuring the portion that I want to use to patch it on. So I'll cut and then measure until I get the accurate measurement I'll be needing for this. So now I think I've gotten the accurate measurement, so I'll be placing it on it, which I'm going to still trim this out as time goes on, but for now I'll be placing it on it and then secure it with my pin. You need this to help you to sew seamlessly without any stress. So after securing, I'll be doing this part is really essential, so you have to take your time to secure it because any mistake will make it look bumpy and not neat anymore. So after I have secured it, I'm going to be passing my transparent thread into my needle and then I'm going to sew. This transparent thread makes those work looks very neat and then not even traceable until the person turns the back, because the patching will show, but looking at the front you will not even notice that this is being patched. So moving on, I went on to sew. I'm going to be sewing it and in a circular motion, like I will sew it in a circular motion. But before then I tried to cut off excess hairs. I don't know, I didn't video it, but I removed the needles and the pins, and I did it again. I did not, if you notice, it is more looks more neat now than before. So I'm going to be securing it by using my transparent thread to sew it round in a circular motion. This is very essential considering the so as you can see I'm going in circular motion, and it's going to turn out to be very neat after sewing it down because of the way I am doing it. You need to calm down to sew this. When I got this hair, it was really like I felt like I cannot be able to do this because the net is very light. Like the net this bone straight hair came with is so light, and I don't know, when you're ventilating, please get a strong net. It helps. Like your closure will not tear anyhow, but you see all this light nets, very light nets. Mostly factories they use very light net. Why they tear? Like this one now, like if I'm holding it, it looks as if it's going to tear the more and I'm scared because this hair is worth thousands of naira, like up to 200k. So I handled with care. I don't want wahala. I don't want to pay for anybody's work. So guys, this is me. I'm continuously I am sewing it round and round until the last place. After sewing, I also went ahead to double sew it to secure it very properly. Like I want it to be very secured, so I am going to be sewing it double on each like to secure it. You understand what I mean now? When you sew it that way, it's going to come out really stronger and will hardly tear. So this is me going around again to secure it. So I'm going to keep sewing until I get to the part that the result I desire. That is the most important thing for me. So I'll keep sewing round and round. Each part you get to, and there is pin there, please remove the pin so that you don't sew on top of it. You might be tearing your net more if you do that. So sewing round until the last part. I'm going to tie. You always secure your hair. You always secure it. It's very, very important. Then I cut. So while I was doing this, I kind of noticed that there is another part that was torn on the net. So I'm going to be sewing it this time around. I'm not going to patch it out, just sew it direct. This is me sewing it until all this, like, this net is very light. I don't know, people should try and be getting a quality net to ventilate. A good Swiss lace that is very strong. This one is not strong, very, very light. If you're even holding it, to look as if it's going to tear in your hand. So you guys that are selling hairs out there, try and tell your ventilator to use a good net to ventilate, or rather tell your factories to get a good Swiss lace to ventilate, because this is so sad, buying hair that is worth 200 and something thousand, and then before you know it will not even get up to 2 years, your net will tore and all that. So it doesn't make sense. That's why you need to use a quality net to make your clients closures. It's very nice for you to do that. So the net I use for ventilation is really strong and can rarely tear. The only thing that can tear that thing is maybe nails or needle or whatever. But use, like, trying to put it on your head and it's going to tear. No, it will not. It will never ever tear. It will never ever tear. So this is me, and I'm done here. I'm going to be cutting it off. I've secured this. I'm going to trim out the excess parts on this hair, and then viola. This is what we have. So now the next step is to fill in this part. That is they are filling the parts that I just patched. I'm going to be ventilating that part. I'm going to secure it with this old net and the new net together while I do the ventilation. The edges, the rounded, I'm going to secure it and then ventilate. I'm going to be making this ventilation to fill it up. It makes the closure to come out very natural. So if you don't do this, then your patching is not complete. And that is why I told you guys that it's not a small job. To do this is not so easy, but it's not that difficult though. You're already a ventilator, so it's not going to be so difficult for you to do this as a ventilator. So guys, this is the process I'm going to be carrying on with. So keep watching. So here we are. This is the final outcome. I'm trying to lay down the closures and then melt the transparent thread I used to do this using my hot iron. So this is the outcome, and I hope you guys learned something on how to patch your closures. And here we are. See, looking at this, I was able to close up the bowed closures, the parts that was bowed, and I came out with this results. Guys, this is so lit. Learn how to do all this. You can come if you want to learn how to do this online, for me to coach you personally on how to ventilate, how to revamp, how to wig hair, you can contact me on the number on your screen. This is what I do, this is what I feed on, so I can coach you. And believe you me, if you're in my location, you can start off training, and I charge a very affordable price. I also teach how to make coloring, but that is going to cost you a lot. So guys, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Please subscribe.